everybody, welcome back to youtube.com/RajFormer. My name is Roger Performing, also known as @RajFormer on the internet, and welcome back to Video Game Education. This week, I am playing Mega Man 2. Yes, this was a very highly requested episode by one person, Will Hernandez. Shouts out to you one time. But here, I'm gonna play it, but I've yet to play it, so I'm gonna tell you my thoughts of what it might be, maybe? Yeah, sure. Mega Man 2 is a game that I've seen everyone talk about for years and years and years. It's one of those seminal platformers. A lot of people talk about it as one of their favorite games. You know, Colin Moriarty is always repping the Blue Bomber. I've always looked at the character and thought it was cute, and all the characters were cute. I've seen Let's Plays of it. I think that Mega Man 2 is a game that might be up my alley. I am very unsure. I've not played the game yet. I haven't even attempted to play it. I think the last time I attempted, but I played Mega Man 1 on my phone with a touch pad, like on my phone. Like I wasn't using anything physical. I was just using the buttons on screen, the virtual pad, which not the ideal way to play an NES game at all, ever. But I played it. I played some of it. I played like one of the stages. I didn't really know that you had to like. I thought you could just start wherever. So I started like the hardest one apparently. Whatever. But this game looks to be something that I might be able to finish. I think that I could actually finish this game. I have been more confident in my skills as a gamer than ever before. I've always been like, I suck at video games, and I do suck at video games, but I think that I have somewhat of a mentality where I can go back in time almost in my brain, and I can be like, okay, this is how it was played, I'm gonna play it this way. I think the biggest problem for me is going to be figuring out which, like, boss do I start off with, and who do I use that weapon on, you know, all that jazz. So, in order to soothe that pain, because I think that's something that you can't really, like, just find out on yourself unless you play the game over and over and over, Will Hernandez is going to give me a guide of where to start and where to go. But then after that, I'm on my own. I know after you finish all the bosses, you have to go into Wily's castle and to finish them all again, and then you have to go into his own, like, Wily castle, like, course or whatever. This might be a little tough. I'm going to try not to use any of the ROM saves, because the ROM, when you have an emulator on PC, you can like press a button and like it saves on your computer. I'm not gonna do any of that. I'm gonna do all, if I die, I'm gonna restart the entire stage like it tells me to do. I'm gonna really try to play this game pure. I'm very excited about it. I think I'm gonna love it. I really hope I do love it, because it's one of those things that I think I'm gonna love, and I really hope I do. So yeah, I'm gonna shoot it over to Roger in the future. That's gonna be playing the game and telling you a little bit about it. I should be on maybe Woodman, maybe. Shooting over you, future Roger. Thank you so much, past Roger. You're wise beyond your years, and you should know that. But today, I am here, of course, with the gameplay section of the Video Game Education. So everybody, we're over here at the Woodman stage. We just defeated Metal Man, of course, because that's the first person you're supposed to defeat, or at least people tell me to. So, of course, I'm gonna enable the metal, of course. That's the first thing you do. You enable the metal. We're gonna knock these guys out, these bomb birds or whatever. I'm liking it so far. I didn't have too much trouble with Metal Man. Let's see if I have any trouble with this. I know my way around the game somewhat. I was surprisingly decent at it, which is not usually. And I'm also playing this on easy, so I mean, like, which is normal, I guess, right? Oh no, that wasn't good. Maybe I can do a diagonal. Okay, I guess it deflects the metal blades when they're sleeping, I guess. Ooh, okay. Oh, this guy is no good. Oh, and there's a lot of flickering, so don't worry, because that's part of just Nintendo games in general. There we go. Yay! Energy. I'm just gonna freaking go into it. There we go. Cool. Nothing too bad so far. This is also really early because it's only the second stage, but I wanted to get kind of my first impressions. Maybe that's the way I want to start going down this road. But I love how he climbs. Just like everything that Mega Man does, like the jumping especially. Oh my god, and the way he just blinks, look. Oh god, that's so cute to me. I love everything about it. Oh, who are these? Oh no, okay. Okay, I guess I have to. Oh no, things are happening. I got energy from my gun? Energy? What is that called? Okay, I don't like these birds. Okay, cool. Things are happening. At least that wasn't too bad. Let's see if I get it. Yeah, okay, he just shot like a rubber... No, you shot like a freaking... like a chicken bone at me. Or a freaking little umbrella that you put in your drink. I don't know what that was. I'm kind of afraid to know. I'm liking the metal blades a lot. Seems very useful. I don't know how useful it's going to be later on, but it's very good so far. Alright, cool. I guess maybe if I just stand still. Alright, we're up. the Woodman stage so far. I have an E6, so I'm just gonna keep on going in. And I haven't lost a life yet. I lost 1 in Metal Man, but I already got like an extra one, so it should be. I think I have 3 so far. Alright, let's you know, let's wait. Actually, no, let's not wait. I was scared. Alright, let's get over here. There we go. Done. That's Woodman. Okay. That was pretty easy. Cool. That was fun. Maybe I'm liking this game. I think I'm liking the game. I'm not as bad as I thought I was going to be. I thought I was going to be super awful. God, I thought I was going to be really bad. But this is not too bad. Maybe it's because it's easy, but I think this is actually really good. I'm totally going to continue playing this game, of course. I think I'm going to... Bubble Man? No, I'm not going to Bubble Man next. I don't know. Will Hernandez gave me a list and I need to look at it later. So we're going to go up there and we're going to do the next one. But I'm going to end this Let's Play, I guess, portion of the section of video game education. So, yeah. Thoughts so far. Music, awesome. Level design, awesome. Characters, awesome. Mega Man himself, cute as shit. So, I'm liking this game a lot. It's not too hard. I like the design of everything. It has style. It has spunk. I don't know. It has colors. It's nice. I'm liking it a lot. I'll give you my full opinions right now. Future Roger, how you doing? Thank you so much for that beautiful transition past Roger. I'm doing amazing because I just finished Mega Man 2. It is super late at night and I sat down all day and I worked my ass off by playing a video game. Man, I have it rough, don't I? But here's the thing. I finished Mega Man. I immediately had the thought that this game is a classic. It clearly is. I think that almost all of it holds up, and it clearly, there's a lot of influences that you can see from different games that it influenced over the history, from modern games to more classic games. And I feel like this game, on every single level, from aesthetically to gameplay wise to character design, right, it all stands the test of time. Now let's start on a very shallow level. Let's start with the aesthetics of the game, right? Just by looking at how the game looks on a very bare minimum thing. The game looks really nice. I think this is perpetuated by the idea that indie developers continue to use the art of pixels. They continue to use the pixel art, 8 bits and 32 bits as a medium, basically, for them to create video games. And I think that video games like the NES, they're creating the NES era, most of them will continue to look decent or good in this case. Because I think Mega Man looks awesome still to this day, and that's why the Legacy Collection is not even gonna like really upgrade the graphics. It's basically just emulating all the games because the game just looks great. No matter what you do with it, you don't have to make it 1080p, you know, you can just keep it in that letterbox and it looks amazing and acts great. In terms of the character design and the design in general, the character design is awesome. I think Quickman is great, Crashman's great, Airman, all of them, they're all very distinct. Bubble Man is really cool. They all have their very distinct characteristics you can totally see. And then when you actually go into their individual levels, they actually are really unique. I mean, you can totally tell the difference between Quickman and Crashman. You know, it's so different. They're all very unique. And the way that they actually help out with that is by having a diverse amount of enemies, and different enemies that are specific for different places. Like Metal Man has those guys that run around on razor things. It's really cool the way that they break in the different characters and make them part of the levels. And I think the thing that helps with the design is the music. The music is the biggest part of this game that I think a lot of people talk about. Tim Geddes, in fact, even listened to the soundtrack of Mega Man, knows about the Mega Man soundtrack, but he doesn't really know about the video game itself, because I think the music of Mega Man is something so universal that anyone can listen to, and you don't really need to know much about Mega Man. But the music of it in context with the game and everything that's going on, absolutely fantastic. I mean, you can totally hear the differences. They're so unique. My favorite is Airman. I think that's a really good one in terms of music, and I think that Quickman has a really good one, and Crashman is really good. But they're all very different. I think there are some that are very methodical and slow pacing that are almost like dun dun, but there's some like boom ba doo ba doo boom. You know, they're just all over the place. And I love it because it all works in conjunction with the actual stage and enemies. And then moving away from the aesthetics of it, because we can all see it's great and it's amazing and the music's awesome, but the gameplay, how does it feel? It feels great. It feels like an amazing platformer with tight controls. I mean, jumping from thing to thing and playing in different levels like Quickman, who had the slippery floors or whatever. Those are really cool because it's not like, oh wow, now the controls are all wacky. It's like, no, the controls are the same, just with different elements in it, and it's all about you figuring out how to work it, how the enemies work. It's all about you just figuring out how the game game works. It takes a lot of skill, it takes a lot of being able to actually have patience. I think there's a lot of patience involved. There's a lot of different enemy types that you have to kind of memorize, which I love. It worked naturally throughout the entire game. I think the gameplay is really hard, yet it's really rewarding, and I think that's a very special and unique thing about this game. Using the different weapons that you take from the bad guys, you know, using the metal blade, which is the most OP weapon ever, but using it in different conjunctions, like using the air gun against those people in the Crashman stage, or the Quickman stage, whichever one, the guys on the robot legs, and using it and figuring out, oh, that's their weakness, I can use that, you know, just figuring out what kills what enemies best is super cool, and it's something that actually takes a little bit of time and a little bit of patience, as I said before, because I think that's the main thing here. Patience is the thing. You gotta have patience. You gotta have, you gotta not just go like, oh, I'm just gonna jump from block to block like Mario. No, you have to actually think about things. You have to actually kind of think where things are. You have to really think like, oh, if I use the metal blades here, then I'll have enough for this, and you have to really kind of calculate your moves. I think Mega Man 2 specifically as a whole is really great. I think my only maybe little flaw of the game is the idea that you have to really kind of figure out which stage you have to start at, and it's not in order at all. I think that's really kind of difficult, especially for someone that jumps in and kind of thinks like, oh, I can play this game, and you jump in and you're just immediately dying. You think that you're doing something wrong, but you really aren't. I think that might be my only flaw, but then it's not really a flaw because I think that it also does add to the patience level, and you have to actually learn the game. And I think technically you could really finish any level if you really tried hard enough with, you know, just the pea shooter. But nonetheless, I think that this game is great. It's really fantastic. It's a timeless game. I think that 20, 30 years from now, we can go back and play this game and be like, yep, this is still the same as I remember it. This is still a really solid video game. I don't think it's going to be something that's like, well, this is for its time. I think a lot of games that are like for its time are games like the PS1 era and later on like that. But I think this game is very timeless. It's something that when the Legacy Collection comes out, people are just like, oh yeah, it's the same game. They're not going to change it too much, and that's what I love about it. I'm really excited to jump back into Mega Man as a whole, play Mega Man 3 because of this game, and I'm more excited to play more side-scrolling shooters and platforming games because I think there are a lot of games that Mega Man inspired in the NES and SNES era that I really want to try out and see how it is, like even Metroid which I don't know if they inspired it necessarily, but they're somewhat similar video games, so I want to try something like that, or in that broader genre. I know they're not the same exact thing, but you know, you get my drift. But yeah, Mega Man 2, I played it, I love it, I think it's a fantastic video game. If you have a chance to play it, please play it. Legacy Collection is coming out very, very soon, so pick it up if you want to try it out. And I also suggest really learning the game and taking your time and trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work, because I think that's the biggest issue, and that's the biggest problem that a lot of new people that go into the series or the game have, and that's the problem that I had when I started out. So yeah, what do you guys think about my opinions? Do you think I'm stupid? Do you think I'm great? Do you think you're right? Yeah, Roger, good for you. You did it. Say whatever you want. RogerFormer.com. Love you guys. Bye.